Okay, let's be real. Are you a shorts creator grinding away, getting millions of views, but then you check your AdSense account and it's just pennies? Yeah, it's a super frustrating and honestly a super common problem. But what if I told you there's a formula that completely flips that around? Let's dive into a strategy that could totally change the way you think about making money with YouTube Shorts. Just take a look at this. On the left, you've got a video with 8 million views that made a measly $6. On the right, a video with less than half the views that pulled in almost $500. I mean, which one of these would you rather have? And just so we're clear, this is not a lucky break or some kind of mistake. This is the direct result of a very specific, repeatable strategy. So what is the secret here? How is this even possible? Well, it all boils down to one core idea: creating something called US content. You see, the huge difference in how much you earn isn't about getting more views. It's about getting the right views. It's about targeting a specific, really high-value audience. Now, let's be super clear on what this actually means. US content is a style of video, not about where you live. It seriously doesn't matter if you're in Rajasthan or Rhode Island. The whole point is to create faceless videos in English using stories and language that really click with a US-based audience. And the best part, it's feaceless, so it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, or if you hate being on camera. Literally anyone can do this. And this is the why. This chart right here explains everything. We're talking about RPM. That's just a fancy term for what advertisers are willing to pay for every 1,000 views. And as you can see, for some audiences, the pay is, well, it's low. But for a US-targeted audience, it can be 25 times higher. Let that sink in. A 25x jump in your earnings for the exact same amount of work? It's a total game changer. Okay, so that's the theory, right? Makes sense. But how do you actually make one of these videos? Let's get into the nuts and bolts. We're going to break it all down into a super simple 4-part formula that you can use to start creating this stuff today. It really just boils down to these 4 things. You need a story, you need visuals, you need a voice, and you need captions. If you can get these 4 pillars right, you'll have a finished video that's perfectly designed to attract that high-paying audience. So let's dig into each one step by step. First up, the story. And here's the cool part. You don't have to be some kind of brilliant creative writer. The trick is to just find what's already working. Go to a popular channel that tells Reddit stories, find a video that has a ton of views, and just copy the link. Then you pop that link into an AI like Google's Gemini and just ask it to write a new story that's similar. You're not guessing, you're basically reverse engineering success. Okay, step 2, the visuals. What's playing in the background while the story's being told? You need something that keeps people's eyes glued to the screen but doesn't distract from the story. Here's the pro tip. Use Chinese apps like Guso to find those satisfying videos. You know the ones. Download a few, edit them together, and you've got a unique background. Plus, and this is a big one, you're not just ripping stuff from YouTube, which seriously lowers your risk of copyright issues. All right, step 3 is the voice, and this is so important for making the content feel authentic. You can use a platform like 11 Labs, but you got to use the right voice. The one that people are having a ton of success with is called Natasha Valley because it sounds really natural and has that US-style delivery. Just paste your script, generate the audio, and then, pro tip, listen back and chop out any long pauses. You want to keep the pacing fast and punchy. And finally, step 4, the captions. Please, whatever you do not skip this step. It is absolutely crucial. So many people watch shorts with the sound off, right? Dynamic, flashy text on the screen is what keeps them locked in. Once you have your video and voiceover, you just bring it into an app like Captions Lite. It does all the heavy lifting, automatically creating and animating the subtitles for you. Okay, I know exactly what some of you are probably thinking right now. This sounds great, but do I need a whole new channel? Do I have to mess with all my country settings? This sounds complicated. Well, there are a lot of myths out there holding people back, so let's clear the air and bust the biggest ones right now. Myth number 1, I need a brand new channel. Nope, you can upload this right to your existing one. Myth 2, I have to change my channel's country. Absolutely not. Don't touch a thing. What about titles, tags, categories? Keep it simple. A basic title and a hashtag is plenty. The algorithm is so smart these days, it figures everything out from the language and captions in your actual video. And this quote from Deepak Solanki, the creator who really cracked this code, it just says it all perfectly. You don't need to change your channel's location. You just need to change your content's language. The YouTube AI does all the heavy lifting for you. So, Okay, we've talked about why this works. We've gone through the how-to, step by step. Let's wrap up by talking about the results. What can you really expect if you do this, and how long is it going to take? And look, this isn't some meetup number. This is real. $290 in 1 month from one channel. And the best part? This wasn't from grinding out videos every single day. This was a part-time effort. It just goes to show you that this formula flat out works. But, and this is super important, you've got to be patient. This is not an overnight get-rich-quick thing. You need to give the algorithm time to find your new audience. The magic number seems to be somewhere around 15 to 20 videos. After that is when things really start to take off. So don't get bummed out if your first few videos don't go viral. Just trust the process and stick with it. So there it is, the whole playbook. You've got the why, the how-to, the tools. You have everything you need to start turning your views into real revenue. The only thing left to do now is to start. So the only question is, what story are you going to tell first?